Bad news. Worse news. Fake news.
Been batting 1,000 with the vision interpretation, but is interpretation even required here?
So after one vision, you think a plane's gonna crash?
No, I know a plane is gonna crash. Come on, my dad saw a plane crash in his vision, and guess what? A plane crashed. How is this different?
You mean apart from the ethereal woman dressed in white?
Which sounds an awful lot like the Virgin Mary, which some Catholics consider to be a harbinger of impending disaster, like, say, a plane crash. I Googled disaster and women. Had to wade through hundreds of sites of Sarah Palin and Britney Spears.
Replaced by technology. Well, it wouldn't be the first.
How do I prevent a plane crash?
Well, it would help to know what flight it was, or the airline. You don't even know what field it crashed in.
You really want to know why I'm cheating on you with the internet?
All right, fine. Why don't you go back online and see what you can learn about this woman?
They're so tiny and adorable. Daddy, where'd you get these?
They were yours. To be honest, I considered throwing them away, but your mother wouldn't let me. They were her baby shoes and her mother's, and now they're yours again.
Me and Matt. Who would have thought, right?
The two of you, you're happy.
We are. You know, I thought working together again was going to drive me nuts, but after seeing his little frat boy face all day long, can you believe I actually really look forward to seeing it again at night?
He's a lucky man.
The truth is, I think I'm the lucky one. You know me, I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop, but... No. This time I don't think it's going to. Are you okay?
I've been thinking about your mother a lot lately. Believe it or not, I actually called her.
You what? Way to bury the lead. What did she say?
Nothing. It's possible she's been plagued of late by someone calling repeatedly and then hanging up.
Dad.
The phone ringing always seemed to be the interval where, in my mind, a genuine attempt at reconciliation became a fool's errand.
Maybe if you'd given her the chance to answer, maybe you'd be surprised.
That has been happening with more and more frequency as I get older. Eli, you, Matt.
When you talk to Mom, tell her I said thanks for these.
Tammy, can you get these redlined by noon? Also, Aaron in research needs the list of housing NPOs, and I'm gonna need you to revise the citations for the Selma Hoyt brief. The blue book on them's a disaster.
You just gave that woman 6 additional hours of work without even a touch of guilt. It's very impressive.
Don't you have a quadriplegic to sue? Or an endangered species to take off the endangered species list?
Both sound fun, but I'm busy handling the Chaikin litigation. In fact, I could use a second chair. Be a lot of long days, weekends, maybe some travel. Posen told me to pick my own team. Frankly, I thought...
You'd rather spend 15 hours in a conference room with me than Tommy Wu?
Okay, see, now, that would have come off as sexist if I'd said it.
I'm flattered. But representing monolithic monopolizing corporations isn't really my wheelhouse.
After the ass you kicked with Bay West Media, Wheelhouse is being renovated.
I really can't.
Look, you're sadly mistaken if you think I'm gonna take no for an answer.
How about, and I'll think about it. Best and final offer.
Guess that'll have to do.
Do you really care who gets the Beatles collection if we divorce?
Okay, first of all, I built that collection, so it's mine no matter what. You can write that down.
I helped you build that collection.
I'm sure we can calculate a way that both of you get your share of... Okay, look, I'm sorry. Buying me a CD for my birthday does not constitute building a collection.
Well, giving me a ring and saying why not doesn't constitute an engagement. Write that down.
There's really no reason to write anything down. You never complained before now.
We're getting married, damn it. The proposal should have been special.
It might help to remember why we're all here.
Because we'd rather fight about this now instead of when we're married.
You want to be married, you don't avoid conflict, you embrace it. Okay, marriage is about fighting all night and refusing to walk away. It's about doing whatever it takes to stay together because you can't imagine being apart.
I'm sure they know what marriage is about.
It's about spending 12 hours a day together and wanting nothing more than to go home and spend the next 12 hours together. So marry me.
Just part of the prenup process.
Did you hear that, Stephen? That was a proposal. All this last hour has shown is that you don't love me enough to express it as well as a lawyer. A lawyer.
Okay. Cheryl. Hey, help me get her back in here and do not bill me for the time. Cheryl? Hey, guys.
What is so difficult about this, Patty? Any connection, okay? Any connection between a woman in a white dress and a plane crash.
What? Are you crazy?
Okay, your continued enthusiasm on this project is greatly appreciated.
Fine.
Okay.
Well, it's a little technical, medically speaking, but I'll try and put it in terms that you can understand. Brain good, personality bad.
No joking, everything was all right?
I was standing over the technician's shoulder the entire time. We looked at your MRI, we compared it to last month's scan, and nothing has changed. You're still a tool. Damn it.
Is that about me?
You're not my only patient, Eli. What happened? Just got the page myself. The transplant was locked. My patient's in prep. The donor's parents pulled out. They can't pull out. The coordinator got their consent. They revoked it. Something about your patient's religious beliefs?
What religious beliefs?
Exactly. The patient's an atheist, apparently, and the donor's parents are so very not. They balked at having their daughter's heart given to a heathen. How do they even know who's getting it? It was an accident. Brand new nurse got caught up in the Oprah of it all. I've already killed her.
That doesn't solve the problem, though, does it? How long is the heart still viable for?
The would-be donor's in a persistent vegetative state, so a while.
Let's go.
And where are we going exactly?
Your patient, hospital administration, risk management department, and the donor's parents. But not necessarily in that order.
Not every problem can be solved by suing somebody, Eli.
I got a law degree, so it's different.
She's in here.
She? No. Lawyers can be very helpful when it comes to heart transplants. You hear the one about the guy that chose to get a 75-year-old lawyer's heart over an 18-year-old track star's?
He wanted a heart that had never been used.
Yeah, you heard it.
Yeah, all we do around here is tell her jokes. It's, laughter really is the best medicine.
I guess I'm just not sure how a lawyer can help me get a heart.
Well, it sounds like a matter of persuading the would-be donor's parents.
Yeah, the Carlyles.
Yeah, to change their mind and restore their original consent for the transplant.
Good luck with that. They seem pretty adamant when they left my room.
They have a problem with your religious beliefs?
Mainly that I don't seem to have them. They came in here and asked me to join them in a prayer.
And you passed?
I'm kind of devoutly atheist, if such a thing is possible.
You didn't have to tell the Carlyles that, Diane.
The drunk driver turned their daughter into a vegetable, Dr. Stone. I'm not taking a piece of her under false pretenses just to save my own life. One doesn't have to believe in God to feel that kind of guilt.
Maybe not, but just because you're an atheist, it doesn't mean you don't deserve to live. Keith, hi. I need your help with something.
We're asking you to reconsider.
There's nothing to reconsider, Mr. Bennett. We can't give our daughter's heart to someone who doesn't share her beliefs.
We can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved.
I think if you knew Diane better...
We know she doesn't believe in God. We know she hasn't accepted Jesus as her savior. We know she's gone to hell.
Mr. Carlyle, with all due respect, you don't know that.
All we're asking for here is for you to follow your original impulse and consent to the transplant.
We can't do that. And I realize this must be hard for you gentlemen to understand.
Well, I have something of a learning disability when it comes to discrimination.
Excuse me?
You want to withhold your daughter's heart because Diane doesn't share her beliefs. Your beliefs.
And because she doesn't, she's going to spend the rest of eternity in hell, and so would our daughter's heart.
Well, you don't know that. That's the difference between fact and faith.
I'm sorry.
So I caught up with Cheryl, convinced her to give Steve another shot, and what the hell was that?
And we're talking about it.
Yes, we're talking about it. You asked me to marry you.
Last month, you asked me to marry you.
This was different. This was like a... Not kidding. There was a whole speech.
I know. It's just that I was listening to our clients pre-negotiate every single thing in their marriage, and I thought maybe I should take my own advice. Everything that we've been through together this year, the baby, the genetics thing, maybe we should just marry each other and stop wasting time.
You're not going to get down on one knee or anything, because when we tell this story, and we will, I want to be the one proposing. Taylor, will you marry me?
I asked you first.
Any judge is going to take one look at those grieving parents and hold us in contempt for harassing them.
Really hoping you have a better strategy than that. But I'm going to stay here and work the transplant coordinator.
The alternative is convincing a judge to order two parents to send part of their daughter to burn in hell. Diane?
Did a cold chill run up my spine? I'm not going to lie to you, it did. So it is with both terror and joy that I announce the engagement of my beloved daughter to Mr. Matthew Dowd.
Hey, what's going on?
Taylor got her second proposal from a lawyer at this firm.
Walk down the hallway to ask the father's permission. At any rate, my lack of forewarning explains my lack of an engagement present. However, that isn't to say that I don't have something to give. Due to financial constraints, the firm's Christmas gifts were placed on back order until now. Ladies, given that the holiday season has passed, let us simply call them engagement presents for everyone.
Maybe I haven't made myself clear. I need to speak to the head of the TSA for all of North America. That's every airport. I need to speak with someone who can ground flights. Yeah, unbelievable. It's like they get paid extra every time they put you on hold.
You should consider yourself lucky that they only put you on hold. Eli, this is...
Hello? Yes? This is the complaint hotline? You want a complaint? An airplane is going to fall out of the sky, and no one in your office seems to want to hear about it. Yes, I'll hold. Did you get that list yet? Every employee that's booked air travel in the next 24 hours?
No, I'm not going to go snooping in employees' personal business.
Are you kidding me? That's like a second career for you. Come on, people's lives are on the line here. Yes, sir. Yes, hello, yes. My name is Eli Stone. I'm an attorney for the North American Audubon Society. I'm calling to alert you to a massive early migration of Canadian geese. All right, can you believe it? They put me on hold again.
No, I did. I found your airplane.
What you doing?
Well, I put my papers in this device here, and it enables me to transport them from the office to other venues.
Including Colorado, right? You booked a flight?
I'm going to see Taylor's mother in person, where I can't hang up a phone.
That's really wonderful. You can't go. At least not today. Probably not for a week, just to be safe.
I have to go today. If I don't, I'm afraid I never will.
Well, you not getting there, at least in one piece, is kind of what I'm concerned about.
Okay. What is going on here?
I know that you and I have a don't ask, don't tell policy when it comes to this, but my aneurysm moments, they're visions, and they guide me. I believe that they're sent to me by a higher power, and I received one which has you dying in a plane crash. It would be really great if you could say something right now.
Eli, I'm aware of your beliefs, just as I'm aware that you believe you saved my life earlier this year.
Sir?
The reason I don't ask and you don't tell is because I think we both instinctively know that having this conversation would be detrimental to our relationship.
Why?
Because there's the risk that you'll feel that my not believing you could be confused with not believing in you.
So, after what happened at the bank, you don't...
You convinced Search and Rescue to consider the possibility that I took the stairs instead of the elevator. A hunch that proved correct, but did not prove the existence of God.
Do you think I'm crazy?
No more than anyone who believes the earth was created in 6 days, or that a carpenter once turned water into wine. I just choose not to live my life according to those beliefs.
And if that ends your life?
Then it does. Then you can console yourself with knowing you were right. But I won't be moved on this, Eli.
It's a rare, life-threatening condition called atrial myxoma. Diane Rement's heart is literally splitting in two. The respondent's daughter's heart is her only hope.
And it would all be extremely tear-jerking, except for the fact that you are asking the court to order the Carlyles to give a piece of their daughter to a total stranger.
No, we are asking the court to order the Carlyles to honor their original consent.
By forcing them to give a piece of their daughter to a total stranger.
Slow down. I can't order the Carlyles to give their consent without a legal basis.
How does promissory estoppel sound?
Archaic.
The law doesn't come with an expiration date.
Enough. I'm taking the matter under advisement.
Your Honor, my client's daughter is lying in a hospital room.
And so is Ms. Rundlet. The clock's ticking for everybody. I'll deliver my ruling as soon as I can, but you should encourage your client to urge her doctor to keep looking for alternatives.
Maui? Tomorrow? We just got engaged 6 hours ago. How did you manage to already plan our elopement?
An effective assistant combined with an irrational fear of you changing your mind.
Matt, did I seem like I was on the fence?
I said it was irrational.
First class. You went all out.
Of course. Besides, would that fit in Coach?
Maybe I will change my mind.
Oh, it's the happy couple. Got out of work early to celebrate?
No, to elope.
No, that's good. Just before he can back out, that's smart.
She's already preggers with my baby. There's no backing out. Not that I've thought about it.
Well, congratulations.
We'll send you a postcard from Hawaii.
Okay. Wait, no, you can't. Wait, you can't get on a plane.
Don't worry, that's what the 2 first-class tickets are for.
You don't understand.
Actually, I do. You had a vision of a plane crashing. My father told me all about it after he landed safely in Colorado.
You had a vision of a plane going down?
Like the stock market. You see my visions come true.
Some of them.
The earthquake, your dad in the bank, and every time you have to be convinced all over again.
Well, there's a difference between believing that miracles happen and believing that everything you say is informed by the miraculous. I love that you care. We'll bring you back some academia nuts.
But
Right in there.
What can I do for you, Mr.
You can call me Todd.
Todd.
Thanks. I appreciate you taking the time. I know you're really busy with the Diane Runlet case right now.
You know about that?
Yeah, I was Emma Carlisle's boyfriend.
I'm sorry for your loss.
We broke up about a month ago, but we stayed close. After the accident, we had a bunch of candlelight vigils on campus. Emma would have hated them, but at the last one, her roommate told me about what was going on with her parents and her heart and everything, so I got on a bus to come down here and tell you in person.
Tell me what?
Emma would have wanted that lady to have her heart. She wouldn't care if she believed in God or not.
Look, I'm sorry to put it so bluntly, but the opinion of Emma's ex-boyfriend is not going to sway the judge. Now, when she's got two living parents...
Emma left the church 6 months ago. I mean, that's kind of why we broke up.
What happened?
I don't know. I mean, I still don't quite understand it. I used to ask her that all the time, but the best she could tell me was it was like being born again, except in reverse.
So, are you saying...
No, I'm not saying it. She said it. She was an atheist. Her parents don't know. She was biologically incapable of disappointing anybody, especially them. What's wrong?
Your testimony, it's hearsay. It's inadmissible.
At college, I'm pre-law. I wouldn't have wasted your time with hearsay.
Okay, clearly the concept of elopement was invented by a man. No bride would ever leave this little time for packing. Have you seen my flip-flops? And why aren't you packing? We're not married yet. I don't have to pack for you.
Listen, I've been thinking.
No, you haven't.
I don't think we should do this.
What?
I don't mean get married. I don't even mean elope. I mean, maybe we shouldn't do the flying part. As much as it kills me to say this, because I had big plans for you in a coconut bra. What if Eli's right?
You gotta be kidding me. You actually believe him?
Believe's a strong word.
You're the last person to put stock in anything Eli's ever said. You're like the president of the Eli's Full of Crap Club.
I know, and I'm 99% sure he's full of crap this time, too, but...
What's happened to you?
Do I have to spell it out for you?
Let's go out on that limb, yes.
You happened. You and our baby. It changes the odds a little. And if there's only 1% chance, 1/2 of 1% chance Eli's for real, then those are lousy odds.
Absolutely not.
Excuse me?
You're not handing this girl's emails over to the judge.
Diane, I gotta ask you something. Do you want to die?
Excuse me?
It's just that every time that you get the chance to do the thing that will get you a heart, you go the other way.
Just because I'm an atheist doesn't mean I live without principles.
Well, you can't live without a heart. So maybe it's time you get off your high
Maybe
horse.
it's time you respected your client's wishes. If it helps, consider it a last request.
Before I quit, you mean?
I'm sorry if my conscience is proving inconvenient for you.
Okay, look, Diane, I understand why you didn't want to let the Carlisles think that you're something you're not, but these emails are a different thing.
You're right. They're worse. The only thing the Carlisles have left of their daughter is their memory of her. What you want to do would destroy them.
You won't be destroying their memory of Emma. She didn't do anything wrong. She just questioned her faith. You of all people
should undervalue how important that faith is to someone else. It's not about living with a heart. It's about whether I could live with myself after.
I'm not sure where that leaves us.
I guess it leaves us with you having to find another way to win.
Stone, want to play a little game called Guess Where I'm Not Right Now?
Don't start. Wrong.
No, the answer is on a beach, drinking out of pineapples, learning how to hula.
You didn't get on the plane.
Want to guess what else didn't happen?
You can't be upset that a plane didn't crash.
No, just that I believed you when you said it would. I'm taking Taylor out to dinner tonight and sending you the very large bill.
The cause of the crash is yet to be determined. Eyewitnesses report hearing a loud explosion before pieces of the airplane fell from the sky. Officials estimate the crash occurred just after 5 o'clock p.m. Tuesday, as the plane exploded above a field outside of Fresno. At this time, no official number of casualties has been released to us here at the News 8.
You're out of your mind. The plane crashes today, Nate. I know everything. I know when and I know where. Everything except the flight.
So why not just do the regular acupuncture? Needle in the forehead. You know, like you did with me in the crane.
We did. Needle's been in there all morning. You know, you drive a damn truck through the hole in my forehead, but nothing. So we don't have a choice. We have to do the dark truth.
Well, actually, we do. It's called letting nature take its course.
Really? That sounds a lot like letting people die.
You are not responsible for every lousy thing that happens, Eli.
I am if I could do something to stop it. And I can do something to stop it if I know more. And the only way to know more is to do the thing.
The thing? Is that what we're calling it now? The procedure that nearly killed you, that gave you your second aneurysm?
I thought you didn't believe in the dark truth, man.
And I can't believe that you, of all people, are going along with this.
Brother's stubborn, and he makes a good point.
We do it under controlled conditions. Frank does his thing, and you monitor.
And what am I monitoring?
exactly? Whether or not you're losing your mind? Because I don't need an EKG for that.
If the aneurysm or the aneurysms look like they're gonna burst, you pull me out.
And what if I can't?
Someone I know is gonna be on that plane, Nate. If I could have prevented it, this is not just about me living. It's about whether I can live with myself after.
So basically, what you're asking me to do is sit back and watch someone I love die so that you don't have to.
I'm not gonna die, Nate. I am not Dad. It'll be different this time.
How can you know that?
Because Dad was alone, and I've got you.
Okay, for the record, I think this is a really bad idea.
Nate!
All right, your pulse is good, a little fast, which is to be expected, I guess. EEG shows brain function, so there's something wrong with the machine, obviously. I mean, look, you better come back, okay? Otherwise, I'm gonna have to come in there after you and kick your ass.
You'll stand back here, and then you can walk right up to it.
Still no rhythm?
Nothing.
Time of death, 4:52 p.m.
Please be seated. All right. I've thought on this for as long as I can, but both parties are running out of time here. Accordingly, I'm prepared to rule in favor of the Carlyles.
Your Honor, I'd like to call a witness.
I've already made my decision, Mr. Stone.
And I would like you to reconsider it, and I know you won't do that without a reason.
Mr.
The
Stone.
reason will be disclosed by Vivian Carlyle's testimony.
Mr. Stone.
Please, Your Honor, once you lower that gavel, that's it. You're holding Diane Runlett's one and only chance. It's all on you here. What's 15 more minutes?
I'm sorry to put you through this. I know you're suffering more than anyone should have to endure.
Just ask your questions, Mr. Stone.
I only have one. Why did you revoke consent to give your daughter's heart to Diane?
First, we've been over this. You know why. Second, it wasn't ever our decision to make. It was Emma's.
So you were making the decision that you believe Emma would have made?
Yes. Emma's relationship with God defined her life. She wouldn't want someone to have her heart who doesn't even believe they had the potential to be saved by God.
But what if you're wrong about Emma?
Excuse me?
Objection? Mr. Stone, don't speculate as to Emma's beliefs.
I'm not speculating. This is a series of emails Emma sent to her former boyfriend, Todd Riley, over the last 6 months.
Objection, Your Honor. It's hearsay. There's no verification about
It's
any...
not
any-
hearsay
anything.
if the witness is unavailable and Mr. Riley can authenticate.
You have letters from Emma? What did she say, Mr. Stone?
But, Vivian, you don't have to respond.
No,
We get the chance
okay,
to review.
No, I want to know. No, please, could you read it?
Todd, I went to the school infirmary today, and the nurse asked me if I was a Christian. When I said yes, she said she'd pray for me. Really, what is that? If I wasn't a Christian, God wouldn't want me to get better? Something's changed. I've been going to Mass and saying the words, but here's what I know. They're just words. I don't talk to him anymore. So I think I'm done with church. I've met too many people, good people, who don't believe. And I think that's okay.
That's enough. What you're doing is cruel.
You're right. You're right. And Diane Runlett agrees with you. She didn't want me to read these. She told me that she would rather lose her only chance to live than hurt you or the memory that you have of your daughter. Now, I know she calls herself an atheist, but I've never heard of anything more Christian.
Now, Patty, listen to me. You're sure you got everyone. No one in the firm is fine.
Sure.
You got Donna in accounting.
Yes.
You got the guy that fixes the coffee machine.
His name's Mike.
Yeah, I know his name.
I got everyone.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's great work, Patty.
All right.
That's great. Thank you.
Mr. Stone, what you did back there was repugnant.
I know. And I'm sorry. I realize that I may have crossed the line today.
We've heard a few things about you that you get messages. Most of us aren't so lucky. Most of us struggle every day to do what's right, to honor our loved ones, to hold on to our faith, and we do it in the dark. What we heard today, Those letters. We're gonna choose to believe they were a message from Emma. And we're gonna give our consent.
Thank you.
You disobeyed my direct instructions. Thank you. I specifically told you not to use those emails. I told you I didn't want to live with the Carlyle's pain on my conscience.
Well, I didn't want your death on mine.
You're fired.
I'll send you my bill.
I may not believe in the divine, but after everything you've done for me, it's easy to see why people do.
You have one new message. Hi, Eli. It's me. I called to thank you. So now I'm thinking I probably should be thanking Patty because I bet it was her idea to send me one of these. Still, your name is on it, so thank you for the travel bag. And believe it or not, I'm actually using it right now. I'm heading off to Rome on business, so bye.
Come on, Maggie, pick up.
Cell died.
I'll get you a new one in Italy, so you'll be incommunicado for a couple days. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm great.
This is the final boarding call for Keystar Flight 524, non-stop service to Rome. Now boarding at Gate 17.
Hey.
Hey, Maggie.
How you feeling?
Like I stopped the express train right in my head.
I'm gonna go tell doctor, tell him you're awake.
Wait. Did what I think happened happen?
Your aneurysm burst, Eli. One of them, anyway. The doctors managed to stop the bleeding with some kind of coils.
Endovascular coiling.
You remember?
Did you tell the paramedics I had an aneurysm?
Yeah. I thought you had a heart attack. Lucky I was there.
I was on my way to save you. Thanks for being late to get on the plane.
I did get on. With Paul. But it didn't feel right. Maybe you're not the only one who gets messages sometimes.
Maybe. What happened with the plane? How many people died?
None of them, Eli. When I insisted on getting off, it was a big deal because they were ready to go. The pilots had to start all over. They ran another safety check, and this time they...
And what was wrong with the plane?
Yeah, problem with the engine. Fuel pump or something. They said it would have blown up in the air.
You saved everybody.
I think in our way, we both did. What's going on here, Eli?
You mean with us?
He's awake.
Yeah. One aneurysm down, one to go.
You know, I owe you a big fan. I told you so.
Yeah, I know.
You wound up a vegetable, which, apart from kicking your IQ up a few points, wouldn't have done very good. You got this one to thank.
I can't imagine the way she's gonna hold that over my head.
Oh, I've got a list.
So, it's okay. The plane was grounded. Huh? Happy ending.
What? It's Diane. She went into surgery and we performed the transplant and we were taking her to the ICU when she threw an embolism. I'm so sorry, Eli.
That's not fair.
You did everything you could. You could not have seen this coming. It's Diane's surgeon. Her mother's here. And, well, the heart's still viable. You gonna be okay?
I don't know.
It seems like such a long time ago, doesn't it? It's beautiful.
Is this heaven? Am I dead?
It's the Ponchatoula Peaks. I thought you'd recognize them. Could be heaven, though. Just as beautiful. I always wanted to see them.
Are you my dad? Or...
God? It's complicated. Don't push too hard against that.
Well, I missed you.
You've done well for yourself, Eli. Both you and Nate. No father could be prouder. And I know how hard it's been. And I know you get angry sometimes.
Like now. Diane wasn't supposed to die.
Says you. You don't know. You're not God, Eli.
I broke my promise to Diane. And I might have destroyed that girl's family for nothing.
Not for nothing. For Grace.
Grace?
Grace.
The person?
Grace is in San Francisco. She was waiting for the right time to reconnect with you, Eli, and then her heart gave out. She needed a transplant, and as it turns out, there was a viable heart. It was for your soulmate. Mysterious ways. And yours is not the reason why.
Yes, it is. I'm happy for Grace. I'm happy. And I'm thankful. But if you, or God, or whatever, you want me to keep doing this, it has to be my way. Especially when people that I love, people like Maggie, are on the line. And by the way, just cut that crap out.
People wonder why God gave man free will. And don't think I didn't notice how you said you love Maggie just now.
Was this a test?
Everything's a test. Life is a test. You, my boy, you're passing with flying colors. You couldn't be more proud.
Some kind of magic happens late at night when the moon smiles down at me, bathes me in its light. I fell asleep beneath you in the tall blades of grass. When I woke, the world was new. I never had to ask. It's a brand new day. The sun is shining. It's a brand new day. For the first time in such a long, long time, I know I'll be okay.
Sometimes we see things we don't want to see.
I don't need to hear it. I already dreamt it. I saw it all.